don't know all the politics. Don't really care either. Word is though that the CSC broke their end of some hush-hush deal brokered by greedy politicians in one of the many back rooms of Parliament. That doesn't matter either. But if we don't get our job done, then our buddies bringing up the rear, they're gonna get squeezed. That's what matters. And that's why we got this mission. That's why we can't fail. Attention on deck.
As you were, men. All right, folks, we received this message from Colonial Marine High Command this morning. Delineate some orders for us. Watch.
Good morning, Marines, wherever you are. Another grand and glorious day to serve God, country, and corps. As you probably know by now, the Lauderdale is tasked with providing forward reconnaissance for Operation Gavel. We've received some intelligence about a CSC forward observation post based on Planet Hayden 614. It is probably well hidden and dug in deep. The CSC maintains a sizable civilian population on the planet that provides industrial mining operations and some other form of support to their military. So a long-range planetary strike is considered a last option. But we have managed to make contact with some of these people, and they will assist you on the ground. Your mission, Marines, will be to link up with these contacts, find the OP, and destroy it before the fleet main body is within range of its sensors. Commander Sandoval will give you the details of moving you to and from the planet. Good luck, Marines. Semper Fi.
Mission details and intel that we've gathered on the planet are in that package that you've got there. Now, we're approaching the planet in 16 hours, it looks like. We'll remain on station. Now remember this, we're going to remain on station for 128 hours, and that's it.
Sir, 128 hours only gives us just over 5 days. Didn't he say the fleet would be here in 8 days?
The message is already 2 days old. 128 hours, and we'll consider a mission failure, and we'll commence our alternate mission.
Alternate mission, sir?
Planetary bombardment.
Right, got it.
Look, man, we'll see you in 5 days, 128 hours, or we won't see you at all. Good luck.
Attention on deck.
Nice.
All right, everyone. Back here at 2000 Earth relative time for intel and execution briefing. Dismissed.
An accident at the mines.
What kind of accident?
It's an explosion. The shafts are collapsing.
All right. Go inform the watch captain. Let them know what's going on. Okay, we're getting help. Go back to the mines and stay there until it arrives. Go on.
Okay.
Get out of here. Go.
The planet is Hayden 614. Telemetry has narrowed down the early warning systems close to one of their mines. Apparently the conditions are less than favorable, and it's run more like a penal colony instead of a mining colony. We'll be inserting here, east of the mines, and making a 10-click hump to our rendezvous there. Our contact is Leonard Aramath. He's the leader of a resistance group that is formed there.
What did they mine?
Looks like mostly heavy metals, cobalt, iron, some precious metals.
Any information on the radar site itself? What kind of facility and what's the technical intel?
No, not much. Speculations that they have passive systems that key off the ion trails of the nearby space traffic. Then they turn on their bigger systems to get more details while they fire off comms to their HQ to tell them what they found.
You would think they'd be afraid of turning anything active on and getting hit from orbit.
That's the second reason they have civilians here. They're not just miners, they're human meat shields for them. The CSC knows the only one with enough firepower to pull this off is the Colonial Navy. I bet they love their smear to broadbands with pictures of women and children being pulled out of a smoking hole because they were killed by a naval orbital strike.
Right. We'll hook up with Airmath and his crew, have them show us what they can. We'll do some surveillance, infiltrate the site, sabotage some key electronics, and then bug out. No need to annihilate the whole site. We just need to get the fleet past.
So the main objective here is to take out their comms. Even if they can keep the detectors scanning, it's not going to help them. They can't tell anyone about it. Our secondary objective is to censor array electronics. Once we're inside, Anderson, it's going to be your show, since you're probably the only one here that can identify these gizmos.
Do we have any intel on how many troops they have down there?
Intel estimates the garrison the size of a lean company, maybe 24 personnel.
Ouch. Then that means more like 40.
Are you scared?
Of 40 armed dudes who've been running a prison camp and are probably just looking for a fight? Damn Skippy.
Quit the commentary, Monroe.
How are we going to get there without getting detected ourselves?
That's the fun part.
We'll be hitching a ride on an antique troop carrier that uses older plasma and liquid fuel engines. Since it's small and doesn't have an ion trail, we should be able to slip past their passive detectors.
You're kidding, right?
Scared?
Fuck you.
Monroe, do you need some corrective action?
Why am I always the one that gets shafted?
You must want to get knocked the fuck out.
Hayden is a rock, no vegetation. The surface is mostly dark sand from the file footage. The planet has a molten iron core, so it has a magnetic field, no need for radiation shielding. The oceans are sulfuric acid, but the locals use processors to split the sulfur trioxide for their water. The air is breathable, but there is a strong odor due to the high concentration of sulfur.
At least it will mask Monroe's farts.
Hey, you're still at my mercy during the shuttle ride.
Monroe!
Alright, let's get our heads in the game. Commander Sandoval didn't give us much prep time, so let's get our gear packed and be ready to roll. We're wheels up in 8 hours. Everyone form up in the hangar at 0300 Earth Relative. Dismissed.
Here in the Aragosa sector, overall productivity margin is up by 0.02, sir.
Thank you, Chandler. See to it that you're not exposing too little risk for too little return on your fringe accounts, and see what you can do to widen your baseline.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Friedrich, your Hayden report.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. The operational expenses have been thinned thanks to the extension of the ongoing maintenance contracts with Hyperdyne, lowering our overheads from last period.
No, just the margins, Mr. Kleist.
The Hayden margin is down 0.21.
0.21? 0.21?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Speculations.
The rationing to the work crews is barely above subsistence levels. The garrison commander believes that this is causing discontent.
Recommendation.
Boost morale? I believe elevated rationing will increase.
No, Mr. Kleist. Feeding them more food will not suddenly make them happy. It'll have the opposite effect, emboldening them with a sense of entitlement, spurring even more counterproductive behaviors. This kind of bottom line damage must be dealt with by serious corrective action.
Well, we certainly can't feed them any less, unless we want them to start cannibalizing each other, Mr. Bannerman.
Indeed, Mr. Kleist. That would have a most unwelcome effect on our total man-hours available.
What exactly is it you would have me do, sir?
You do what any good investor does. If something in your portfolio is likely to take a loss, you get rid of it. Moving on. Mr. Myers, your St. John report.
Clear. Okay, the 1045 patrol just went by. Thanks, Tom. Sure. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming. Got some good news. Colonial Marines will be here inside of about a week. The only problem is they're going to need our help to get into the communication center.
Are they going to take us out of here?
I don't think so. They didn't say anything about that.
Are they going to bring us more weapons or something to defend ourselves with?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Are they going to help us at all? Are they going to get our kids back? Are they going to shut down the mine? Are they going to kick the CSC out of here?
I don't know, Karen. I don't think so.
But why the hell are we helping them then? After all, when they leave, we're the ones that are still stuck here.
That's right. It's only a matter of time before the commandant figures out it was someone here who helped them, and it's going to be us who winds up paying for it.
All right, everyone calm down. Look, we either help these Marines and build up some trust, or we're going to be left on the hind end of nowhere out here. Which would you rather have? Marines that we've worked with, that know we've helped them, or Marines that think we can't even help ourselves?
That's a pretty thin argument, Leonard. There's no guarantee of anything, and we have to rely on their goodwill. We relied on the corporation's goodwill, and you see how they rewarded that. We are forced to work in the mines. They were locked down like prisoners. They take our children and re-educate them, and God knows what else in there. And we never get to see them. We have food and water rationing, despite the fact that we produce a kiloton of crops and processed water every month. We're being exploited, Leonard. And I don't know about you, but I'm goddamn sick and tired of being taken advantage of. Now these Marines come in, and what exactly are they going to do? That's what I thought. As far as I'm concerned, our original plan of grabbing the CSC freighter that's due to arrive here in 3 months is our best bet. We grab the freighter and we head for the core worlds.
Karen, we still don't have the means to deal with all the armed guards.
Well, we could contaminate the water supplies with drugs or hallucinogens.
But we all use those supplies. We'd have to stockpile enough for ourselves, which wouldn't go unnoticed. Plus, the rest of the population uses that water too. And trust me, you don't want to be drowsy or hallucinating when you're drilling in the tunnels or working the plows.
I don't see an option that benefits us or guarantees us anything. I do see an option. We do nothing. Nothing changes. And we're left languishing here at the ass end of nowhere.
Well, I, for one, am not going to gamble on the chance that these Marines don't forget about us once our usefulness is done. If we want anything to change, then we have to do it ourselves.
Hey, you still on board with us?
You bet.
All right, you know I couldn't do without you.
Sure you could. Just not as easily, or as quietly, or as cleanly.
All right, all right, all right. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.
Sure thing, boss.
I'm worried. I hope you know what you're doing.
So do I. Come on, let's go in.
Oh my god, are you serious? Are we really getting on this thing?
That's affirmative, Corporal.
The thing is like older than the USS Olivier, and that's been in mothballs for like 40 years.
That is the D-180 frigate, the most reliable transatmo machine ever. It was the workhorse for the Marines for nearly 5 decades, with a nearly perfect operational record.
D-180S to be precise, but you do know your birds, Corporal.
Captain, nice to meet you.
Ellard, Gus Ellard. Pleased to meet you too, Sergeant.
This is Sergeant Sanders, Corporal Anderson, Corporal Monroe.
Not a fan of classic aircraft, are you, Corporal?
He's not much of a fan of anything.
She do 0.5 past light speed. She may not look it, but she's got it where it counts.
What? What does that even mean?
Apparently he's not a fan of classic cinema either.
There's no smoking on this deck.
We're ready to go whenever you are, Ellard.
I was born ready, after you.